Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from a brewery that I don't believe that I've done a review for yet. This is from American Solera, and they are out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. My understanding is some of the guys who were working on the Wild program at Prairie opened American Solera. So it was kind of like a side project type thing at first, but now it's basically its own brewery. Like American Solera makes their own stouts and that type of thing. But they started off, I think they started off as like Prairie's side project type thing. But this beer is called Magic Jar, and the description just says mixed culture ale. It says hoppy, funky, and dry with a dose of mixed culture for complexity and a touch of acid. So it's, I guess, a mixed culture, like a dry hopped mixed culture beer, which I'm pretty pumped for because the last couple of those that I've had recently, like What is Enlightenment from Hill Farmstead, was fantastic. So I'm hoping this is in the same vein because I would appreciate that. And this is a 5.0 ABV, so I'm going to crack it open and see what we got. And I'm hoping, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like falling asleep today. I'm hoping that this still has a decent amount of hops in it because I did get this on the discount shelf. But Brett, which this is, I'm sure there's Brett in this if it's mixed culture, retains hops a lot more than regular Saccharomyces because it eats oxygen. So I'm hoping that this still has a decent amount of hop left. But if it doesn't, not a big deal because I'm sure the beer itself will be good either way. You can see it pours a semi-cloudy, bright golden color. There was a small white head that's pretty much dissipated. Yeah, the hops are definitely still there. That's one thing. Whenever hops and Brett combine, even if it's not like the traditional hops that are very like sweat socky cat pee character like Mosaic, Nelson. Even if it's not those hops, which I don't know, it doesn't say what hops are in this, it usually has that character because there's something between the Brett and the hops that just, when they're combined, at least from my nose. And I'm definitely getting that in this. There is a lot of sweat socky character, like funky cat pee. I do get a little bit of like minerality underneath everything. But it's definitely heavy on like the Barney. There's a lot of Brett character in this. I do get like some pineapple and like cantaloupe too. It's very, very funky smelling. I don't know how tart this is going to be, but it's definitely going to, I'm assuming it's going to be very dry because of how much Brett this smells like. Man, that's pretty good. And it finishes very dry. I'm going to take one. So, I'll compare this a little bit to the What is Enlightenment because it's kind of a similar style. So that, there was definitely more complexity like from the wine barrel. This has more complexity from, I feel like, from the yeast and the bacteria in this. The Brett especially, it's very, very funky and Barney. Not like minerally, so it's not going into like that depth, but just like that super bready, funky, like horse blankety character. There is a tiny bit of like that sweet tart character in the background, but it's pretty minimal. But at the same time, it does have a nice a nice acidity level where I wouldn't even necessarily call it tart, but it's just enough that's there that makes this from being like being too dry, where it just dries your mouth out, and it's to me that little bit of acidity actually brings out like the juiciness from the hops, which I think is a nice touch, because I love Brett beers, but when they get too dry, they're just like they're hard to drink through, and this is not like that. This is like just dry enough where I want to keep going back and drinking it, but not dry enough where I'm getting tired of it either. And like I said, I did buy this on the discount rack. And I think it was, I'm trying to think of the price. I think the normal price of this was like $9 and it was 40% off. So this was only like $6 after tax, which is an absolute steal. This is a really nice beer. I was gonna say great. I think that's a little overstated, but it's a really nice beer. If you like Brett and hop combination with a little bit of acidity, but not like too much mix, not too much like that minerality mixed culture character as much as just like the dry Brett funk. I feel like you would really like this. So I think this is actually one of I like American Solera in general. I've had some really good beers from them, or at least their sour program. The stouts I've had from them have been kind of hit or miss. But this is definitely one of my favorites that they've done, or that I've had of them. I admittedly have not had like a whole bunch of their things. On my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm gonna rate this based on what this normally costs, because obviously not everyone's gonna find it on the bargain shelf, and it shouldn't be on the bargain shelf because the regular price isn't that bad to begin with. Excuse me. And it's a really good beer. So it's $6. I would, if they still had some of this, I would go back and buy like several bottles of it. But even at $9 or $10, I probably wouldn't buy it like again right now, just because of everything that's going on, and I'm trying to support different breweries locally. But in a normal time, in a normal setting, I would definitely buy this again, even at the regular price. So this is for sure a buy for me. It's almost a little like perfumey too. It's not crazy complex, but there's enough to it where I'm picking up different things every time I drink it, which is a sign of a great wild beer. But I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.